Hey everybody, Roger back again. Time for Moses Layout 6. I'm sorry it's been such a long time since I actually made a video, but hey, life gets in the way sometimes, right? So here's a little progress update of what I've been doing over the last almost 3 years since my last video, and I'm going to give you a little tour, so here we go. Starting on the upper deck here, I haven't really done much. I did a bit more of the bridge scenery, trying to get it going. I'm not finished there yet. But we come around here through the curve. This is the north end of the CP heading south, or CN heading south. And we come down into the north end of Tabernac here. This is the CN, even though there's an RS-23 sitting there. Haven't done any scenery in 3 years because I decided to get the track going for the layout. So there's my pit spur going in there. And the Blueberry Drive road crossing there. Haven't done anything to that yet. I did a bit of grass in here. I'm not sure if that was in the last video or not. This is Central Ontario Forest Products at Tabernac. You can see the track arrangement there. I got the wood chip spur down at the far end and then lumber loading at this end. This is going to have fencing and gates all through it. I haven't decided whether I'm going to make the gates automated or not yet, but with like tortoise switch machines or something. So there's my Train Cat Model Sales wood chip loader brass kit. Goes together absolutely gorgeous. Most of their stuff's N scale, but they make some amazing HO scale stuff. Well worth it. Can't wait to finish that. And then we come around to St. Kevin Interlocking. This is where the CP comes through the wall. This is the CP coming southbound. And they cross each other at St. Kevin Diamond. That was a Fast Tracks diamond made by a friend of mine, Jimmy Ellis. God rest his soul. I really appreciate that piece. Coming around. I haven't finished Lake Moses, the bay here yet. Obviously I got quite a bit of work to do there still. Come around through Finkel Gulch. Haven't gotten any of the hillsides done. That's going to take a while. And we come into this town. I haven't decided what the name of this town is going to be yet. I've switched around. So here's a 15-car freight on the CP. I'll give you an idea of the length of the trains that I can run. I think that's 15 cars. And there's my new scale train C39-8. It's my first American locomotive, but I really like the boxy look on the top of the GE, and it's those old ones there. So now we come into the straightaway. There's my Atlantic Packaging. And now we'll head down into the town of Avery. This is all wired up. I finished wiring up all my upper deck. And there's the interchange between the CN and the CP. The CN southbound at Avery is on the left there, and then the CP is on the right here at the front edge of the layout. And there's my new Rapido 1200 there. Love the wheel squeal in it. It sounds amazing. And there's my two CN and CP stations. The CP one's not going there. That's going to be a CN station on the lower deck, but I just put it there for an idea. And here's my Y. Helix goes down the ramp at the back there. And then the Y comes around into the Avery switching district, where I've got just a little bit of industry there, a couple of spurs to switch off of the main line, have a CP switching district. So it goes down through the Helix, 3.5 turns there, almost 4 turns. And now we're onto the lower deck. And I'm back to dead track here. And yes, I got some track laying to do, but I have finished all the bench work on the lower deck. So all the road bed is in and everything. Now it's just waiting for track and wiring. And I'm getting into the home stretch here. Here's my trees there. I got about 2,000 trees that need to go on the layout. And we're going to have a set of crossovers in here for the CP, or the CN rather, at the front. And here is the CP coming in at the back there. That track along the back. It'll be hidden in behind the backdrop, and then it'll tuck out into the open scenery here when we get to the bridge. You can see I've sort of started the valley. This is going to take a lot of work here, getting this valley scene done. So it'll be double track, and then I've got a Parker truss bridge to go across here from Central Valley for the double track, and I'm building that right now. And then I'm going to be using exact rail bridges to go across the CP single track at the back. So I'll do more videos on the bridge scene later. I'm going to have a propane spur coming off the front, and I'm debating building a little like free hanging chunk for that spur off the front to add a little bit of track there, add another industry. Might be a drop down, I don't know. It might just end up getting in people's way and killing their hips, I don't know. So here's where my track laying is working its way up to. I've got the CP and all the way up to the bridge module on the lower deck. And there's where 3M Industries, I'm not going to call it 3M, I just put that there, I don't know why. And here's the siding starting for the CP, because the CP is single track with sidings, and then the CN is the double track. Coming around, and here's the bridge scene that I've been working on the most lately. I've been trying to get this concrete water course going here. So it's taken a long time because I'm having to scratch build basically all the styrene walls and everything like that. So it's been time consuming. And then there's the two bridges back there that are going to go on the abutments there. Everything was just sort of custom angled. I had to sort of cut to fit absolutely everything. So it's taking a little longer than I thought. But that's going to be all graffitied on the walls, and like, you know, an old shopping cart or a mountain bike or something down there that's been abandoned, and weeds and sticks. And this isn't going to be the nicest area in town right here. This is going to be kind of like a lower income industrial area, not a nice place to be at night. Coming around, got the other end of the CP siding there, and I've started laying the curves. But I can't really go all the way around until I finish the bridge. So, and here we get up to the finish track part. Right here, I've got it wired from here on in. So all through Boulton Creek Junction here, this is all wired. And there's the CP taking off, going south into Toronto there. So the CP takes off through those two holes on both decks. And then the CN continues around. So I got my Go Station track all in, and my steel facility, Nova Steel there, and working my way around. Got my crossovers all in, and there's the auto parts stamping plant in, and my son's been playing trains down here. He's got some of his freight cars out here, and he's been running my CN SW1200. So, yeah, it's nice to be able to finally have some lower deck wired up and running, because my son's only 6, so he has a hard time reaching the upper deck. So this gives him an area to play around, and all the tortoise switch machines and Blue Point manual switch controllers, etc., they're all hooked up and wired up. And we come around here. This is where it'll pass onto the 407 overpasses. There's going to be massive overpasses here. And I got my spurs in for the chemical plant. So I got the Widowmaker chemicals started here. And it curves around and goes into the furnace room. There's my 2 CN tracks. So there's an overall view of the layout, guys. I'll try and do a more advanced video later, but for today, that's what I've done. And yeah, I'm getting there, folks. I got just, about 100 feet of track or so, and 4 or 5 more switches to lay. And then a bit of wiring. I've done most of the complicated wiring. A lot of this is just straight track hookup, so should be pretty good. And I apologize to everybody out there. I know I got like 50 or 60 subscribers on here, and they've been waiting years for videos, and I really appreciate the patience, folks. I'll try and do videos more often, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, hopefully it won't be 3 years again before I get another video up. Have a good day, folks.